detected. Lock it down. Fuck!
Begin searching.
Something's going
Drone,
on.
initiate search.
Better blend in.
Clear. Let's move on.
Okay, this is bad. Are these winners always going to be after me?
Until you lose them, yes.
Fair bagly so helpful, don't you think?
Still got it.
Received, we are in pursuit. Anyone have visual? Anyone?
Right, I'm putting a stop to this. Units fall back. Over.
Security here is state-of-the-art, quite impenetrable. Unless, of course, you flew a drone through the window one of Mary's mouth breathers left open.
Package searches are at the discretion of Albion agents. All persons...
The recording device is in her security room.
Getting there should be a simple matter of navigating the vents.
What the hell?
She's using these people as house servants, against their will.
Horrible in itself, but a million times worse knowing they end up as unwilling organ donors.
You have a real fucking attitude problem. Do you know that?
Please. I need help.
Fucking idiot. Do you piss everyone off the way you're pissing me off, wanker? Stupid git.
That's it. Let's see what kind of recording we've got on her. Just look at this place. This is what comes of old crooked money. The Kelly family has been profiting from people's misery for a long time. She's got this shit all over the manor.
So you've been in there before? Is that how you ended up in the basement of the Southwark incinerator?
We needed something incriminating, so we decided someone had to get in here and plant a bug. I wasn't going to assign someone else to do that. You saw how Mary uses the people she grabs out of the EPC, and the staff's uniform's not hard to mimic, so I went in. What I didn't know was that she had intel on our investigation, my team. I thought going off book would stop the leaks, but she still knew we were coming. She tortured me for the names of my team, tried to break me, but cops don't give up cops. Turned out she already knew the whole unit and put hits out on them. The woman is a mind fucker.
You're fortunate she didn't put one of those microchips in you. I suppose she knew you'd rather die than serve her.
That's how I ended up on that butcher's table. So many reasons to want to rid the world of her, but it wouldn't be enough to just put one in her brain. My mates died trying to bring her to justice. I have to honor that.
to yourself after everything I've done for you?
You made me a slave. All of us. Please, let me go. Take this thing out.
Back to your old life. Back to nothing. Back to you 2.5 screaming blighters in your dead-end job and sucking off the dole. You don't want that, love. This microchip is scary, I know, but I've got to keep tracks on my merchandise, don't I? And this kitchen knife, that won't do it, love. Cutting yourself affects my bottom line.
I can't live like this anymore.
No. You're all right there. It's all right, sweetheart, because I have another use for you. Ooh, paying attention, are we? Good. Be sure and spread the word. You know where this one goes. Get these two and all the others over to the venue and ready for the sale.
Right away, Ma'am. Also, the foreign investors have already landed and the drones are programmed, ready to deliver the invitations and the coordinates to all the guests.
Is that initiative I'm smelling, Peter? Initiative can be a dangerous thing. Can be misinterpreted. Fuck's sake.
This is insane. How did Mary get her hands on this kind of tech? It takes a sick mind to come up with killer microchips.
Perhaps a disease mind, but definitely an ingenious one. Perfect psych profile for a group like Zero Day, wouldn't you say?
Her affiliations aren't my priority, Bagley. She's keeping these people enslaved. And it sounds as if she's selling them. This is huge.
So that's what the microchip is for. Compliance. The second you step out of line, she can slaughter you and sell you for parts.
DedSec, we'll have to crash that slave auction. Get all the information we can out of there. The location will be on the invitations. She hasn't sent out the invitation yet, but when she does...
Bagley, monitor the drone networks. Give us a heads up when Mary sends out her fleet. Until then, I reckon we're in a holding pattern.
I'll get in touch if I hear about anything else that might interest you. Cheers, DedSec.
Don't fucking move. Get out of my sight.
Not too bad for a first go, if I do say so myself.
You wouldn't have been recruited if DedSec thought you'd be killed that easily.
Was that a compliment?
That was a Bagley version of a compliment. Quick, make a wish.
Since we're waiting for our cordial invitation to Mary Kelly's tasteless theme party, we can finally get back to what really matters, solving the mystery of Zero Day. Who are they, and why did they frame DedSec for the bombings?
Bagley, what do we have?
Glad you asked. Today, the great AI detective has 2 leads for his dog's body politic. Obviously, Albion needs looking into, but I also have a more unusual thread for you to pull on. There's a new hacktivist group on the dark web scene called the 404. But instead of being in it for the lulz, this lot seems to be in it for the brutal reshaping of society by any means necessary. Sound like anyone you know?
It seems I have options.
I've marked both on your optic.
That's not... You're not listening to me. Oh, okay.
I hate putting Mary Kelly on the back burner while she continues to destroy lives with those microchips, but for now, we've no choice.
Then perhaps it's time to have a closer look at the elephant in the room. Nigel Cass, billionaire warmonger and current CEO of our local horde of thugs, Albion PMC.
Cass certainly profited most from the bombings. We can inspire London to resist from now till forever, but it still won't break Albion's grip on the city. Not with Cass at the top.
So, we're going to take on the head of the barbarous PMC outfit, currently treating London like its own private occupation zone. Remind me again how that's not suicide?
Bagley's come across a possible gap in Cass's armor. An ex-insider, ex-friend with an axe to grind. He'd be an asset if we can find and convince him to work with us. Come to the safe house. We'll talk it through.
What's your tone?
Got a potential recruit for you. I'll mark them on your map.
Always good to change your look. There we are.
We're on their tails. Over.
This is London.
Negative. No sign of a target yet.
Your pirate podcast source for what they don't. I'm Tash, and this time we're giving a special shout out from us to the boys and girls of the Signal Intelligence Podcast, better known as SIGs. Why not? They're going to be listening anyway. They're listening to everything. But don't worry, we're not going to say anything bad about a massive, unaccountable spy organisation that uses its powers to stifle dissent and shut down free speech. Instead, we're going to look at how SIRS became so powerful. I don't really know, everyone knows
You look like someone who might want to fight for London.
You're with DedSec? Would you help me destroy my magnum opus, please?
Sorry, what?
Well, I worked in a pharmaceutical lab until my supervisor sold my research to Albion and fired me. I've heard they're running top-secret tests in their own military lab now. God knows what file business they're getting up to. Could you destroy my old files? I'll tell you everything I know.
All right. We'll see what we can do.
Wonderful, thank you. I never forget a favor. Help me and I'll help you however I can.
Who you talk to where you eat.
Help me out here, Bagley.
Well, I've got nothing coming up when I noodle Evil Lab, but fortunately we've been given the name of a high-level Albion employee who should have that information in their personal files. Here's their info.
That isn't that rare. In Nazi Germany, you look at the concentration camps that operated in Nazi Germany, there were private companies in... those camps, making use of that slave labor. Fascism often works with corporations, and it's doing the same now. That's the way in which they track workers. That's the way in which they track people you talk to. They operate as each other's puppets.
Charles is an expert in the dark arts of surveillance who worked to set up democratic media and post-communist states. How did it go so wrong in Britain?
You know, we're looking at all the wrong things when we look at Britain's crisis. There's a lot of concentration on data and how that's been used and manipulated. And what we haven't looked at is the power structures and the profit that lies behind this. For example, if we examine what actually happened, you know, there's a company that's really very interested in selling passports and making it easy to provide visas for investment and so on. And historically, throughout the world, they've been working with this big data manipulation company in order to overthrow governments. And then suddenly all the chickens came home. Nobody could find any receipts for what was paid for. Nobody could figure out how things were done, but everybody had a feeling that something really stunk, and they couldn't figure it out. And yet, it was standing there in their face the whole time. So there's a couple of different ways that we got where it is that we are. I mean, one, we have a lot of smaller organizations, smaller power groups, companies as well, who are bending things just a little. We'll compromise a little bit, we'll bend the rules a little bit, and try to achieve what it is that we hope to achieve that's good for us. And if you add all of that up, what you end up with is a big wall moving in a big way from a lot of buttons being pushed. But also there's this other thing that's going on. The gathering of data and the analysis of data has authoritarian. It is by its nature for authoritarian, and it has been used in
How does big data look into it? James covered it.
Control to all units. Possible hostiles near your
We're
location.
starting to see the merger of private data and that with data held by the state into what are called social credit systems. This is where every aspect of your behaviour is monitored and totted up by a central system to sort of score you as a person, a bit like a credit card, but predicated on all of your behaviour rather than just the money you're spending. And this can have a profound impact. We're starting to see systems emerge which will punish you and stop you from doing things in society based on your behaviours. And this can be as trivial as if you jaywalk, if you cross the road in the wrong place, you might lose points. If you do some intent activity or help your neighbours, you might earn points. And then this can be used to split the value of you as a person. And this could mean, for example, better travel privileges, being able to travel first class. Or
Let's do this. The Albion employee we're looking for should be around here.
Control, we have a visual on the suspect.
Where did they go? Shit!
Turn over everything here until you find them!
Search has yielded no results. Report back to HQ.
Don't let the side down.
Surrender now!
Job done.
You're not.
One of the crowd.
Sure thing, I guess.
Who's next?
Disturbance detected. Beginning investigation.
First time I see you around, right?
Down you go.
Hold on. Yeah, I guess.
Continuing patrol.
All clear. Moving on.
There we are.
Shit! Where did they go? Moving!
Confirmed. Frag grenade released.
There's the Albion employee. I can scrape her optic data for intel.
Where's my backup?
Who's next? Sending you the data.
I found where our friend's research is being stored.
Thank you, sweetie. I'm en route. Hide in plain sight. Where to now?
Coming through! Better than some twat behind a screen in the SIRS headquarters.
I mean, I guess we shouldn't complain. I mean, SIRS really just stepping into the vacancy left when it became patently obvious that...
Precious! If we want change, we have to show them that we mean it.
Ugh!
stripping away your finances and freedoms, dishing out random punishments, peas in a pot. All it needs to do, sir, is ban me from eating something. What's it going to be this time? Not bacon again, please. Please, not bacon. I couldn't. Courgettes. Ban courgette. I could take you banning courgettes.
Makes me feel important knowing that I'm being watched with everything I do, Andy.
Well, it's just not reassuring, isn't it? It's like having an extra aunt.
This is the aunt that gets drunk at Christmas and vomits in the kiddie pool, right?
Yep, that one. This is the bug on the Buccaneer. Let's move on now to sport. Well, the closest thing we have to sport now, riots. I mean, riots are my favourite sport now, Alice, ever since they turned the oval from a cricket ground into the Liberation President's Centre. And, yeah, rioting is a great sport. It's fun for all the family. It's guaranteed action. It's pleasingly violent. I mean, I know the underdogs are down here, but I mean, that's like top-level football have become, but it's still fun to root for them, isn't it? Go team, people of Britain. Oh, never mind, you've been crushed by the machinery of the state again. Still, good effort, lots of positives to take away from today's riot. I'll come back stronger next time. Our luck's going to turn, I can feel it. It's our season. It's our season.
You can't spell riot without...
All right, I'm here.
Right, our friend's research should be somewhere in this facility. That's the server with our friend's research on it.
This could be dangerous. Still got it. Job done.
Look around. No stone unturned.
Well, I can see why Albion wants this drug our friend invented. It makes people more alert, energetic, and aggressive. Basically, they're planning to dope their whole army with super meth. Or rather, they were, before I wiped all their data. I saved a copy for myself, though, for reasons.
Nicely done, sweetie. It's been handled.
Well done, love. If you need anything at all, I'm at your service.
Well, the best way to repay us would be to join us. DedSec could use you.
Right. Count me in.
Something over there.
Down you go. Job done.
What was that?
Who's next? Safe for now.
How are you doing? I hope you don't mind me getting situated in your safe house. Crime marches on, and so will I. There are still cases that need to be closed, if you'll help me.
On it.
Excellent. I uploaded a case to Bagley. He can brief you on it.
I worked with a lot of waste men in my time, but a fucking Fed is a new low. Know what I mean?
Oh, stop your mewling. Inspector Lau is hardly a typical cop.
A Fed is a Fed. They don't fucking well change.
Look, it's not like she's with Albion, is it? Give her a chance. She might surprise you.
Well, don't come moaning to me if this all blows up in our faces.
Clan Kelly's been sending a ton of crypto to an unknown party in Cairo. Something to do with Kronos X.
Yeah, it's a new drug off the dark web. Jakes was trying to keep it off the streets. You know, when they actually used to try.
It's a highly addictive psychotropic with a staggeringly high fatality rate that stands to make Clan Kelly a lot of money.
Good day.
Hey, so I guess we're dead sick. Am I an idiot for thinking there'd be some kind of ceremony or training or something?
I think we just have to figure it out as we go.
I was just out researching when suddenly the library computer switched off and the place was raided by Albion. Guess I looked up the wrong thing. Fuck me. When did reading get so perilous? Well, now I suppose it's either fight or die, eh? I think I'll fight.
How are you? Honestly, I don't even know. This all still feels like some kind of bizarre game I'm playing. I'm afraid this is as real as it gets, darling. I suppose I'll just have to rise to the occasion.
This is London Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your pirate podcast source for what they don't want you to know.
Quite the
This is an interesting bit of literature. A journalist has implicated Albion in the disappearance of his source. He claims to have video evidence. We can find this paragon of the Fifth Estate at Food Town if you feel like contributing to another black eye for Albion.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of The Upload. We're talking about the optic and how it's changed our lives. Now, as you remember, Bloom announced a new version of the optic at the recent Tone conference, but we haven't heard too much about that since due to the dramatic events there.
Right, let's talk about Albion PMC, the only British organisation to successfully oppress more of the developing world than the British government, led by Nigel Cass, a man the partisan media calls a charismatic visionary, and Amnesty International calls a war criminal. Albion was given the key to the city to re-establish order following the bombings.
Suspicious timing, to put it mildly.
It is. So that's two reasons why we need to find an angle on Cass.
We've found one. His name, Hamish Balaji. Born in London, Balaji was a recipient of the Cass Foundation Technical Scholarship at 14, which included a mentorship with Cass himself. At 16, Balaji designed Cass's first drone fleet. Fun fact, Cass delayed the launch by a week so it would land on Balaji's birthday.
Cass sounds like Balaji's second dad. Why would he help us?
They had a falling out after an incident in the Niger Delta 3 years ago. A buried human rights investigation accuses Cass of ordering a drone fleet to wipe out a village protesting the construction of a pipeline, but the drones malfunctioned before they could. Balaji is named as the likely saboteur. He's been on the run ever since, but now tracking data shows he's reappeared in London.
Shit, he's looking for redemption like with the protesters. This guy designed Cass's drone fleet. I think he's trying to disarm Albion.
He covers his tracks well, but that's a good guess. Unfortunately, according to this Albion intelligence report intercepted by our friend Caitlin Lau, Cass knows Bilardi's in London as well. So, that's the op. Make contact with Bilardi before Albion finds him. Then convince him we have a mutual enemy in Cass.
So this guy's our best chance to stop Albion and clear our names. And the largest private army on Earth wants him dead. No pressure.
It took some doing, but I've narrowed down the area where we're most likely to find Hamish Bilardi. I've pushed the coordinates to your optic.
What is going on?
Right, take it easy.
I spent too much time. No need to get so angry. This too. You're gonna needle me about this. I unbug all the time. I do. I go for walks. I do the dishes, clean the sink, loads of people really. And like, it's not like I'm being a hermit, innit? I'm communicating when I'm on there. I'm taking in art and culture.
This always bloody happen or something. Can't believe this is happening. Good. Calming down is just common sense, mate. Right, cool. Whatever. Okay. Yo, how things, my brother? A bit rude, yeah?
Attention civilians. Disobeying the direct order from Albion.
I hate to interrupt you while you're busy resisting, but I thought you might want to know that one of your operatives just got grabbed off the street and shoved into an unmarked van.
Damn!
My thoughts exactly. I've run a psychological profile and GPS trace on every Londoner you've ever made an enemy of, and I think I found the likely culprit. Track her down, and she might lead you to your missing friend.
On it.
There's been a breach! Search for the intruder!
That's all from the bug today. Keep it real, bug fans. Actually, that's terrible advice. Keep it as unreal as you can possibly manage. That's rubbish.
You're listening to The Bug.
May cause nausea, vomiting and headaches. You're listening to The Bug, the Resistance comedy show brought to you by the Buccaneer Network. I'm Andy, joining me, as always, Alice.
I'm excited to be here. Apparently, the Resistance is not going well.
Again? Well, there has been some news about DedSec, the Resistance and/or terrorist organisation, delete according to preference. Not preference, sorry, delete according to whether or not you work for the government, including Kelly or Albion. According to a research official, DedSec is no longer a threat, which I guess is proving that it was never a threat in the first place. Reminds me of when my great aunt Gladys had her own.
The kidnapper is nearby, carrying on with some unseemly new associates. You should be able to find our missing operative's location on her optic.
Watch yourself, Darcy. Better blend in. There we are.
Ross, how is that even possible? We should have known better.
Down you go. Still got it.
Fuck a duck. No sentries instinct.
Sierra 4-2, Sierra 4-2, this is Control. An alarm has been activated near you. Survey the area. Over.
Alarm could be malfunctioning, but let's make certain. Drone, spread out and search.
There we are. Who's next? Let's do this. Job done.
Live alarm. Location sent. Need a 1013.
GPS analysis complete. I've got a bead on our kidnapped operative.
Forward me the coordinates.
I'm done, so we might as well carry on. Is there a light at the end of the tunnel? Yes, I think there is. Unfortunately, what is that light? Is it an oncoming train? No. Obviously, the train will be late. Is the light at the end of the tunnel a burning effigy of the concept of hope? Quite possibly. Is it the soul of Skylark?
Our missing operative is here. Oh, and some armed guards too. Fun.
Go on then. Come at me if you dare.
All units, possible suspect or suspects reported near your location.
I'm in pursuit of the target.
Suspect is unsighted. Unsighted sweeping area.
I'm terminating the search. Fall back.
Careful now.
Time to pick up where your teammate left off. I'm sure they'll thank you once they stop eating through a tube.
Make sure the treatment gets prioritized, Bagley.
Our missing operative is here. Oh, and some armed guards too. Fun.
Shit!
kiss your tech goodbye.
Sweep in the area.
Sir, are you...
We have a hacker. Run a search on this motor. Think the suspect gave us a slip. Call it in.
Engaging hostile target.
Get back up to my location.
I didn't do nothing.
Get back here! Get down! On the move!
Let's make things interesting.
Get down! Everybody get Help me!
Get her out. I don't see anyone following you. Our friend is back in fighting shape and another enemy at DedSec has been thwarted. Nicely done. Seems your mate took quite a bashing and has wound up in hospital. They won't be available for some time. If you're feeling clever, you might consider recruiting a paramedic to the team. It's a brilliant way to shorten that hospital stay and get your teammate back online.
Time to power down.
fucking twat!
When I say don't move, you stop moving.
What was I doing again?
Subject drink. Shut it. Human fucking excrement.
Take the power back.
Someone's hacked this thing. Find them.
What are you doing?
is going down.
Let's cast our minds back and consider the technology. I mean, the optic changed everything. It lets you see things in AR. You no longer need a smartphone. You just have the small implant that sends signals to your optic nerve and lets you see your emails, take calls, and browse the internet directly as if the screen was in front of your eyes. Instead of having to carry around a phone, you've just got this small handheld unit. So much lighter and so much more convenient. It's great.
Vicky, you sound like you absolutely love the optic. You actually think it is nice.
Valaji has been snooping into Albion's affairs. Quietly, of course, but I've been able to determine that most of his activity stems from this area.
All right. Let's go talk to the man.
Not so fast. Hamish isn't in, according to his home security. And before you get ideas, he's rigged his front door to a series of traps designed to delete all of his data and then your life. Not necessarily in that order.
Got a similar setup myself. Maybe paranoid, but...
To be fair, you are an armed insurgent trying to break into his flat. Anyway, you should be able to connect to the local grid and use security cameras to disarm his traps.
Got it. Shit. I feel like if I breathe too hard, I'd blow this place sky high.
You could force the traps to unlock by rewiring the power.
Fine, I'm on it.
Welcome to Claire and Present Danger, and welcome to Fascist London. Don't let that boot on the back of your neck disturb you. In time, you'll barely feel it. We have to wake up, people. If there was a playbook for setting up a totalitarian police state, Albion would be most of the way through it and working on the epilogue. They certainly took advantage of the fallout from the bombings, didn't they? Preyed on the fears of the city government, too. They were only too happy to hand Nigel Cass the keys to the city. Wash the hands to the whole mess. The collar will only get tighter now, friends, unless we do something. We can't wait for someone else to fight back. We are the change.
traps are disarmed. Now, if you go through the front door of the flat, it's much less likely you'll be killed.
Move one more muscle, Chief, and I'll blow the whole place with you in it.
You don't want to do that, believe me.
Who the fuck are you? And what are you doing in my flat? You with Albion?
Think a little more underground.
What, DedSec? Yeah, right, and I'm Che Guevara. You done?
Listen. Albion knows you're in London. You have got to run. Go!
Fuck me. You're telling the truth, aren't you? Fucking hell, thought I was careful. Fucking idiot, Amish. Look, Cass is worse than you know.
Yeah, we know. Why do you think I'm here?
Maybe, because Nigel Cass is paying you. That's how fucking mercs work.
I'm no mercenary. We came here to get your help putting Cass down. He tried to pin the bombings on us.
Mate, you don't know shit. You have no idea what Cass is and what... Move! Fuck! An Albion squad's closing in on you. I guess you weren't lying about that part. Fuck. Think. Shit, fine. We've tabled. I'll buy you some time. Just go. No!
Move it! Shit. Don't just stand there. Albion won't be fussy about who they shoot. Shit.
Ready to engage.
Use a pursuit intervention technique.
Looks like I lost them.
Unsighted of suspects. Over.
Here, you've got a whole company owning basically all the data about your life.
I think all that excitement convinced our new friend Hamish that we need to work together to tackle Cass. He's willing to cooperate.
Who I'm chatting with, what I'm doing. It's not even dodgy stuff, but I just don't want anybody to blackmail me with this in the future by hacking it. And because of Bloom's contracts with the government, it isn't just Bloom that's
All right, Chief. That was a pretty slick escape. I believe you. So I'll say this. Nigel is planning something, and I don't think I could stop him on my own. If DedSec's everything I've heard, you'll help me.
We can help each other. There's a chance Cass had something to do with the bombings. What could he be planning that's worse than that?
No, that's not like him. Well, not exactly. See, Nigel's got to see himself as the hero. He's an arrogant twat, but he's not a cynic. Every place we go into, we would have some mad plan to fix all his problems.
with robot police or automated crop fertilizing or some shit. Society was a technical problem, and people are just bugs in the software, you know? You work around them, or you squash them. Sorry, Chief. I gotta switch proxy servers so they don't trace me. I'll hit you right back on voice. Listen, I've got an inside man, right? A contact in Albion. Says Nigel's got this big meeting happening at White Tower. He'll be talking about a major project he's got planned for London.
Working on an upgrade of his private police state? Brilliant. Does this prick ever take a day off? Whatever he's up to, we need eyes on that meeting.
I've always wanted to be in on it, Caper. Okay, first things first. We'll need eyes on the impregnable target, so off you go. I'll crack on with assembling the right personnel to round out this ragtag bunch of misfits.
Ah, shit. Albion cybersecurity sniffing my proxy IP. Must have traced the detonator signal. I've got to deal with this.
Let's shut things down.
Lock down this vehicle before it hurts someone.
Technology will, in fact, make us all obsolete, and we won't need humans at all. Because look at the bad things that are happening now. What's the common denominator behind all of them?
I don't know, Andy. Tell me.
All the bad things that are happening now, all the bad things that have ever happened, all involve human beings. They're always involved whatever. Very daunting time.
No.
And think of this: an automated Nigel Cat is surely a step up on the human Nigel Cat. You could even program it have a tiny, tiny sliver of conscience. And if you had an automated Prime Minister, you could program it to be occasionally in the goddamn country. So that's, again, just a step forward.
Again, I insist that there's never been a Prime Minister, Andy. I've never seen him, I've never heard of him. The only times I ever hear what the Prime Minister does is when nothing happens.
I mean, it has reached the point where, and I've thought this for a long time, we would be better off if the Prime Minister was a watermelon. No, it would be, I think we'd all be happy with that. We'd all know where we stood.
You hear him being praised for his diplomatic skills all the time, but the best mark of diplomacy is when nothing happens. So good diplomacy is indistinguishable from him doing absolutely nothing.
You are listening to The Bar. 4,000 new dream jobs for everyone. All I can say is I'm very glad that my children studied drama, because that has set them up for life in modern Britain. That is the one core skill they need, the ability to pretend that they are going to be happy.
Having a paramedic on hand would be nice, given how dangerous this job is.
It's better than watching tutorials on how to suture your own wounds.
Friendly guy.
He's a shady character, that's for sure. His network activity shows he's been trying to hack the National Health Service.
The NHS is barely standing. They don't need some half-assed hacker trying to sabotage it.
Oh no, a human hacker clumsily mucking about in a space he barely understands. Whatever will we do? Oh right, connect me to it and I'll sort it. Any hospital server will do.
Fine, I'm on it.
A spare space station knocking around where you can go and detain himself for the rest of the time. Can we crowdfund it? Tell you what, let's make a cryptocurrency out of something and crowdfund it that way. What's there? Jelly beans, are they still legal?
He's away so often, Andy. I'm starting to think he doesn't like the country.
That is all from the bug today. Fly away, bugs. We are done.
Recent revelations of ministers purchasing for £25,000 desks and £11,000
You found the spot.
Let's shut things down.
Dipshit's hit.
Yo, drone! Start a search!
Search the area. Not here. Checking another area.
Everyone look for them. Stay in contact.
Now fuck it. We need to head back.
Let's get to work.
Found the body!
I don't care what it takes. Just find them. Drone.
That's the CTOS up there.
Kiss your tech goodbye.
Hey, someone's paying with this ride. Find out who it is.
Done.
So, what do we have, Bagley?
Oh, look at that. He hasn't been exploiting vulnerabilities at all. He's been patching them. Looks like our hacker's a grey hat.
Keep talking.
He's been particularly focused on exploits around the organ transfer list. Anyone who got their hands on these exploits would have a lot of control over that waiting list.
Sounds like something... InSec should look into. Bagley, set a meeting.
Searching for target. Put a call out. We lost the trail.
Time to power down.
Find a fucker hacking that vehicle.
So you're really dead sick? Can't believe we're meeting face to face.
Saw what you did at the hospital. Not bad.
I just wish I was good enough to stop the firms. They stole hundreds of organs before I got that exploit closed up.
That's not good.
If I could take back the last batch they stole, I would. But robbing gangsters ain't exactly my strong suit.
Right. We'll handle it.
Thanks. You help me with this, and I'll do whatever you want. I'll repay my debts.
Our Grey Hat has already worked out the smuggling ring's headquarters. I'm passing the details to your optic.
I'll have a look around.
Updated facial recognition software.
The Bug. Objective voice of objection for a most objectionable world. Hello, Bugsters. Welcome to The Bug, the comedy show that holds up the Medusa of satire to the already immovably comical...
I'm here.
Good. The stolen organs should be in an ambulance on site.
Take the power back.
Look around! Keep your guard up!
That's the vehicle you're looking for there.
You're vexing me now.
Let's make things interesting.
Find the fucker who's hacking the vehicle!
Got the vehicle. Now what?
You should take them to a hospital, obviously. Unless, of course, you want to become very good friends with that hungry dog.
If the shithead's gone, then it's not my problem anymore.
In the back of this window, this van.
I think official polls are like the unsolicited dick pics that the government provides us. I didn't ask for it, I don't believe it, it's on an angle, you've artificially inflated it ahead of time, and anyone that falls for one deserves all the disappointment of trying to match it to reality. These polls are absolute rubbish, Andy. I read one the other day that said the plumbing in London was good, and it absolutely is not. I mean, we have this technology now where they can spy on my every bowel movement. There's a CTOS camera installed inside my underwear drawer. A media drone is scaring the birds off my garden bird feeder, and you can't get me consistently hot water.
Speaking of media drones, I mean, they're everywhere, clearly. The great thing, I guess, about media drones is that, as inanimate robots, they actually have more humanity, compassion, and dignity than human journalists we used to have to put up with, and a much more accurately calibrated moral compass. But it's the intrusion I can't stand, Alice. I'm in showbiz. Look at me here in this windowless dungeon. I'm in showbiz, and it's terrible for me, all these drones knowing I'm being filmed all the time. Every day I have to make sure I've done my hair and makeup and not wearing clothes like the week before. We all have crosses like that.
At this point, they've installed so many CTOS cameras, I'm not sure where they'll put the new ones. On top of the old ones, just cameras watching other cameras, like a social media influencer so self-absorbed they don't know how to sleep without turning it into monetized content.
I think that's the logical end of all society, isn't it? Where just everything has just become a camera filming another camera. To be honest, I've just given up on all news and reality now, Alice. I just, in fact, I now just make up my own headlines these days. I get a piece of paper and a pen. Remember them? Paper and pens, those were the days. And I'll just write down the headlines I want to read. Now, I'll just make my own newspaper. Here I've got today. If you point at the bird shit on your car window and say it's a currency, no one can tell you otherwise. Screams Chancellor at Bilderberg karaoke night. Let's write another headline. Here we go. PM announces Britain back on track after swapping all Crown Estate properties for some magic beans. Might as well, we've got to do something as the nation we are today. Here's another one. Wild joy on the streets as Britain signs £864 zillion trade deal with Bolivia. There we go. Build a better world. Government claims only nice people will benefit from agreement to sell trampolines, mermaids and warships to landlocked South American nation. We're building a better Britain. Here's another one. Environment probably fine, claims drowning songbird. Better than the one you've actually got from the bug. Goodbye.
Well done. I'll let the hospital staff know about this special delivery while you call our hacker friend.
It's done.
Nice. No one's going to be buying their way to the front of the organ queue anymore.
DedSec's always looking for more people. You interested?
You kidding? Hell yeah.
Take the power back.
Ready for action?
Let's get moving.
Tommy, no hands. Suspect reported in your area, potentially armed and hostile.
Moving to the hostile's location. Any other patrols have eyes on the suspect, over? Control, target is now on foot.
And how, pray tell, do you propose that we actually get into the Tower of London?
I'd like to help, fam, but I just caught a whiff now. With all the CTOS cameras, it'd take him less than 5 to ID me. I ain't risking my pretty face.
We need an Albion insider for our caper, one who's willing to turn coat. I've reached out to a contact who works in a nearby pub. Where better to find a bleakly disillusioned anti-hero numbing their conscience with drink, but secretly desperate for redemption. I've let our contact know what we're in the market for, and she's nearby.
Returning to HQ. Search terminated.
Good day.
You lot certainly know how to pick your targets. You do know that Albion have set up their headquarters in there, right?
Yes, I was conscious for the last 6 months, but Nigel Cass has a meeting planned to unveil his new project. Whatever ghastly thing he's up to, we have to stop it.
Fucking Nigel Cass. You're right. Nothing good can come of this. Luckily, I hear loads of sob stories working in a pub. And near this place, quite a few from Albion are dissatisfied with the status quo. You turn on the charm, and I'm sure you can get one to join the good guys. Even got a candidate in mind.
Isn't that interesting? Can you send me their personal info?
I'll have Bagley push it along. Good luck, love.
We're aware of an Albion employee who might be approachable.
Converting one of those Albion swamp creatures won't be easy.
They're jackbooted thugs who regularly murder civilians. If finding a disenchanted employee is really that difficult, humanity's much worse off than I thought. It would also be quite useful to have someone on the inside.
For however long that lasts, Nigel's real good at sniffing out spies.
Personal experience speaking?
Yeah, not really in a sharing mood right now, fam.
You look like the sort who might want to take back their city.
Oh, you're DedSec. Good. I need help with something.
Perhaps. What's the situation?
My friend's got this rare blood disorder, and with the NHS in the state it's in, he hasn't been able to get proper treatment in months. The only doctor that would help him works for Clan Kelly. Highly expensive and illegal. But I had no other choice.
Go on.
It was a fucking scam. The drugs worked, but my friend got addicted. That's when the doc stopped giving the treatment unless we paid more. Much more. Now we can't afford it.
What a miserable specimen. Leave it to us, all right? We'll get you those meds.
Well, this quote-unquote doctor is a real winner. He was struck off the medical register for gross malpractice last year, and now he's a freelance mob surgeon. Nice work if you can get it.
Can you track him down, Bagley?
I am quite literally always tracking everyone down. Pushing you with coordinates now. Kelly doctor you're looking for is close by. Seems he's got a laptop with him too, presumably with a folder somewhere on it labelled Crimes.
That's disgusting.
Still got it. Job done.
There's the laptop. Laptop scraped. Get to safety while I analyze the data.
That's enough of that.
Let's find this wanker. Drone, perform a search.
I found the mob warehouse where the experimental drugs are being stored. I'm sure Mary Kelly won't mind if you nick a few.
Keep fucking moving.
Who's next?
Possible suspect or suspects reported near your location.
Received. We are trailing the target.
Control, I've lost the target.
Yo. Last night. You know what I turned into, though, Bridget? Listen, man, let me tell you now, yo.
They're not getting away that easy.
Suspect
Burn out.
most wanted list. Over.
I'm detecting a vehicle nearby with at least 2 years' worth of treatments inside. That's more than enough to wean our contact's friend off the treatment.
Okay. Oh, damn. Oh, waste of time. Oh, whatever. Oh, damn. Oh, whatever. Anything could happen here.
Disturbance detected. Beginning investigation. You ain't fucking worth it.
Okay, this might be somewhat harder than anticipated.
What was that? Investigation underway.
There we are.
Investigating disturbance.
Watch out for this fire grenade!
I need some more muscle here.
Don't like spiders? I'm coming through!
Safe for now.
An exploding one!
Oh no!
All units, I repeat, all units. Reports of a hostile in your area.
Just give up, will you? Still got it.
Immobilizing the suspect. Control, we are pursuing the suspect.
There we are.
We are in pursuit. I say again, in pursuit. All units force this suspect to stop.
Who's next? This could be dangerous.
There's the vehicle with the drugs in it. Try not to destroy it.
A little help here!
Well then, moving on. Down you go. Better blend in. Got the vehicle. Now what?
I found a safe location where our friend can pick it up. Sending you the coordinates now.
Where to now?
Negative. No sign of suspect. Over.
Control, we are pursuing the target.
Control, I've lost sight of the target. Over.
No visual of target. Ending pursuit. Over.
It's been handled. The drugs are secure. With a bit of care, you should be able to wean your friend off them. I'll have our AI give you the details.
I owe you.
DedSec could always use more people. Interested?
Yes. I think we'll make a formidable team.
We have an Albion operative on our roster. We should let them know they're needed.
Bags, what's up with her?
She's an activist who's been trying to gather intel on Albion personnel movements through the city. Looks like she wants to stay one step ahead of the goons. Smart.
Let's help the poor thing out. Could turn into a nice little asset.
Understood. The easiest way to obtain the data would be to steal an Albion heavy assault vehicle and dissect its onboard sat-nav. That would give us a clear picture of Albion's recent movements.
I'll try. No promises. Ugh. Welcome to DedSec, darling. We are just thrilled to have you.
Yes, I'm ready to go bastard hunting with you lot.
Yeah.
I found Street View images of a CTOS hub that's been covered in 404 graffiti. They're marking their territory like an overexcited chihuahua. Dropping the location of the hub on your map. Nigel Cass's meeting will begin soon. Approach the Tower of London when you're ready.
Sign up to protect your city today.
Fuck you.
Albion is recruiting. Sign up to protect your city today. What? Huh?
If we're lucky, word hasn't spread that you've hung up your jackboots. Just try to put on your meek, harmless, broken by the system face. Oh, and don't forget your uniform. Looking sharp. Your ex-colleagues won't pay any attention to you unless you let them take a close look.
We better find whoever hacked this vehicle. Spread out and find them!
Stay sharp. Search the area. Target remains undetected. Turning to control. Disturbance detected. Beginning investigation. Awaiting an active protest report. Investigating disturbance. Must comply now.
Seems that manky little nerd was the one who kept diverting relief supplies away from the borough to keep everyone in line for Albion. These days, you can do a lot more evil with a spreadsheet than a drone fleet.
Great.
Doing a sweep of the premises.
A word of... Caution, now we're inside. Any disturbance in here and Nigel Cass will surely cancel his meeting. Avoid being detected by your former colleagues or this operation is a bust.
Nigel won't have anything important on this floor.
You seem to know a lot more about him than the average person.
Yeah. I was Albion too, if you hadn't twigged to that. Me and Cass were close once. Looked up to him.
Huh.
He was bigger than life, fam. Literally a tech genius. And I was just a gearhead kid. I wanted to be like him. That's why I joined up.
Seriously?
Didn't find out he was a murderous prick until later.
You don't think it's going to make certain aspects of our job redundant, do you?
Not a chance. Director Cass takes care of his own. You know that. Fair point.
Everything is proceeding on schedule, and
Mr. Cass is as determined as ever to make the White Tower as safe as possible from terrorist attacks. I believe he has ensured that every security measure has been properly taken so that we are all well protected. As he likes to say,
What's so blasted romantic about?
Got you, you bastard!
It's just crass.
Stop chatting with your girl and get back to work. I got nothing to report.
Their damn boots before coming in. Like I haven't got enough to do. Dealing with construction.
We can't agree on what a fact is. We're in the midst of an epidemic crisis.
Everybody just shoot one another the whole bloody time. Seems like some damn case. What? Unorganized chaos never caused the government with their
Take care of things if anything goes south while I'm out and about. Every day. I suppose it's a bit of a chicken and egg. Disgusting. I just don't know what to think anymore. I get it. Drones are dangerous, but everything is dangerous. People are dangerous too. At least in process. There's only so much you can do. Can't have malicious intent. They just attack programming. That's a lot easier to get by. No one accidentally messing up. No, I know. I forgot to ask the band's name. I was naughty last week. I went on a bit of a shopping spree. I must have bought 10 of those AR games. They now crashing everything with machine guns and rockets and all that. I know, right? Why would any self-respecting conspiracy go to the farms?
I heard someone saying DedSec was...
They better not be. Just a bunch of terrorists pretending to have morals.
This door clearly requires a security pass.
Great.
Use one of the nearby computers to create your forgery.
Be careful. You don't want to know what Nigel does with trespassers.
They can't even have a real conversation anymore. Oh, I know. Director Cass is a genius, really. But everything she designed is weaponized.
But he's trying to keep the safe.
There's some parts of the city.
Refuse to live in reality. So how do you even begin to talk to someone like that?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But there's always the element. It's the story, right? some talk on the street that they may be back in operation, but I'm not really shocking.
I'm not sure. Some rumblings out there. Signs that they may be back.
It'll take some time for the forgery to be ready. To keep you occupied, I dragged up still images and a recording from an internal investigation into Cass Senior's death.
Let's see it.
Internal Psych Assessment AS001 Subject Cass Nigel. Mr. Cass experienced a deeply traumatic event when he witnessed the murder of his father, Gareth Cass, CEO of Albion. He began exhibiting symptoms soon after what he frequently described as the random event. Mr. Cass's initial symptoms included insomnia, paranoia, distorted blame, and recurring flashbacks. However, he appears to have channeled his anger and self-described powerlessness into his work to ensure that Albion become, quote, a mechanism for preventing unpredictable violence. It seems somewhat of a mania, edging on psychosis. For me, this raises concerns about Mr. Cass's fitness to run a multinational security company, but I cannot, at this time, make any recommendation beyond continued monitoring, especially considering that I have been asked to close this file.
So, looks like Cass has some issues to work through. Would have been nice if he had done that before he had to secure London.
Yeah, well, Nigel's never close to anyone but his dad. And me, I guess. Never had much faith in people, really.
Well, the pass is ready, but rough. If this resistance thing doesn't work out, I doubt you'll make a living as a document forger. Let's give it a go anyway. Nigel Cass awaits.
Promises about justice.
Oh, yeah?
How's it going? Seemed a bit tense.
How are you getting on with those metrics? The deadline is coming up.
I haven't seen that face before.
He's presenting some stakeholders right now.
I know, but if I mess this up, the whole project is no good to question his value.
I'm not questioning his bloody directive. I'm wondering why we're not being sent out against those fucking stuff.
Never brought that guy has ideas running around his terrorists. He wants us laying off Clan Kelly, but he hasn't returned.
I know. It's just frustrating. See those punks? I've not been able to kick back up.
There wasn't a single person in there who wasn't fancy things. It was wonderful. London could do with some remember when I was
This
we have another plan. No. Set of the year and I've forgotten.
If you ask me, this dead
Exactly what I said. You just got to call him. And
Fuck yourself.
I don't mind cooking everybody. I actually really enjoy cooking. But I just couldn't cook any more fucking vegetables. There's only so much you can do with vegetables. Meat just adds a whole new dimension. Even the cheap stuff. Do you know how easy it is to make a delicious jerk pork? Delicious? I know. Alright, whatever. Whatever.
Welcome to Project Themis.
Our new autonomous drones. These drones can identify, isolate, and terminate threats before they can do harm. They can go anywhere, see everything. They could kill a man alone in an alley or in a crowd of hundreds with perfect precision. Themis drones can do what humans have always struggled to. Act immediately and decisively. Without your support, I couldn't stand here and tell you. I promise you, that with the launch of Project Themis, London will be the first city in the world to be made truly safe.
Mr. Cass, I was hoping you'd called us all in here today to discuss the ethical issues.
No, it's all right. The Commissioner cares, as we all do. I admire his passion and his dedication. Let's talk ethics.
Well, for one, Themis goes far beyond Albion's mandate. We really should have more government consultation.
I see. Delay the launch so that we can debate and assess the details.
We're missing the human element here. I can get the Defense Minister on the line right now.
Well, if you feel you must. It's the human element that got us into this. No more debate, delay, indecision. Understand this. I will not allow anyone, not even myself, to jeopardize Themis. Now, will our friends at Tidus be ready? You are the cornerstone of the project after all. Do you need to consult any outside parties?
No. We'll be ready.
And just in time. Criminals running our streets. Illegals threatening our families. The police commissioner himself. Assassinated by terrorists. Decisiveness is hard. But here's the best part. Once this decision is made, no more will be required of you.
Attention. A building-wide security sweep has been initiated due to document breach.
I warned you about that forgery. Your uniform will help. Don't let them get a close look at you.
I need an exit, Bagley.
The catacombs, fam.
Better than you deserve.
Haven't seen you around before.
Saw Nigel in action in there, didn't you? Man can be very, persuasive.
He's certainly efficient and cold-blooded, and fully committed to rolling out this Themis project. Not good news. Damn. Shit! I do not like this at all. What was that?
Fucking hell. Albion's top-secret project is an automated killing machine. And it looks like Cass is almost ready to launch. We have to get Themis out of his hands.
I'll prepare a briefing. Will we see you there, Hamish?
Pretty face, no risking, remember? But patch me in. You and me got some scheming to do, Bagley.
Dead set calling. You're up.
Okay.
I'll start the briefing whenever you're ready. Here's what we know about Nigel Cass. He's rolling out something called Project Themis. The lack of information on its own is worrisome, but what little we do know is Cass wishes to remove the human element from law enforcement.
We also know he's partnered with Titus, which is never good. Titus does other work with Albion. Nasty shit like autonomous weapons, human targeting algorithms.
So Titus is our best lead to fill in the blanks on the secret project, but their security is notoriously difficult to crack. So Hamish has proposed an intriguing solution.
Albion's been working on a new microdrone, something my contact told me about. That shit's not even in production yet, but if we get the plans, we can manufacture our own.
To bypass Titus security.
Exactly. They're weird as fuck. Supposed to do maintenance on Albion's other drones, but the smallness of them means they can slip into places nothing else can.
Well, there we have it. Our next step is to infiltrate the Albion drone manufacturing lab and get our hands on schematics.
And then you lot will have a fun little gadget to break in the Titus. Love it. I'll shoot you the location. Be careful. Albion doesn't like to share his toys.